What's up, boys? Today we're going to be making the bugs flee in fear before our massive explosions. I'm looking for the improved overclock for the high explosive grenade and the neurotoxin grenade that causes the bugs to run in fear for real this time. And hopefully the game doesn't give me an insane cryo grenade on the first level with the best in slot overclock again, because I kind of want to avoid the cryo grenade so that I can see what the fear overclock actually does without perma-freezing all of the bugs. And to go with those two, I'll probably want the incendiary grenade, just so I can make that and the neurotoxin grenade last a bit longer. But I'm not exactly sure. Kind of want to just play around with the overclocks and see what happens. Try and get a ton of reload speed and explosion radius so that I can hit the entire screen with it. Grab a bit of mining speed. Cryo grenade. Nope. Neurotoxin, there we go. Man, the engineer could use a turret that shoots grenades. That would be sick. Both construct and explosive. I do want that later on, but I think it's too early. Ration's pretty nice, but we want scanners. Nope. Gold scanner, very nice. That helps with reload speed and explosion radius.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Neuro level. Although I do kind of want to go more into the reload speed and potency side to give it a lot of status effects to then buff up my other weapons. There is that one overclock on a lot of elemental grenades that causes it to deal an extra 100% of the base damage as a kinetic explosion. I'm not sure if the neurotoxin has that, but the incendiary, I'm pretty sure it does. The nails overclock, that one does quite a bit of damage, and it would fit pretty nicely in here with the high explosive and starting with the PGL. See if we can maybe set up some rocks for this guy, because the shellbacks are such a pain on the early floors. Okay, some decent damage there, potency, nice. Damage or reload? Let's go reload, I think. That will give me an overclock, and we can go for the triple for a lot of extra green. I think that's the last of the resources, since I had to re-roll a couple times for the artifacts. Ooh, magnet, I can save that for a bit later. I think I will take a paint job. It's not normally something that I take on one of the weapons that I'm heavily focusing, since they'll go way past 18, but there's nothing great there anyways. And getting online a bit earlier can be helpful. So there's the high explosive, perfect. That's the two grenades with a fear overclock. I guess we try and farm a little bit of gold and then grab the magnet here. Not a ton of time, and it's kind of far away as well, though. Reload neuro. Big paint job. I will take that over a small damage. Some reload there. High explosive. We can get reload into an overclock here. And let's go for some big explosion radius. Big damage. Paint job. Let's just take the reload. Oh, it does have the nails explosion. Huh. Well, that would make all three of my weapons kinetic. So I think I will try that. We'll grab some XP here.
Get yourself onto that drop pod. It's about to head out.
And from what I saw when I tried that overclock with the plasma burster, it seems to do 100% of the base damage of the grenade, but I don't think it scaled with kinetic damage actually. So maybe it doesn't really fit the build. Reload, good damage. Cheap level there. I'll lock the luck since that's fantastic. Potency's pretty nice, but probably not gonna lock that when I'm limited on resources currently.
You've got work to do and quotas to meet. You have your objectives.
When this is done, I'm starting my own bloody noise exploitative. Show them. You have a new rock. New plug hot.
The scout just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
But yeah, the nails overclock is extremely high damage for the plasma grenade. I'm not sure how good it will be for a dot weapon like this though. Plasma, that's pretty solid. We can get some nice crowd control on, well, it has the freeze available and I don't want to freeze stuff. Let's look for the incendiary, I think. Rip. I don't want to freeze stuff, so I guess we're probably going the Thunderbird? It does have the lasting tag. Although it doesn't really scale with it itself, it would just give it to the neuro grenade basically. Actually, I should have just taken the plasma and just skipped the cryo upgrade. There's no reason I have to take it. Yeah, that was actually pretty stupid. A lot of gold wasted to that. Those are pretty good, but early scanners maybe? Nope. XP? I guess so. Let's grab the reload there.
The scout just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Bit of mining speed. Bit more mining speed.
Well done. You got more.
Decent armor. decent hits right as he was coming in. Pretty good timing there. Could really use some pickup radius. Bit of crits. Squeeze through so I can get some good damage by walking around him. Luck.
I'm raring to try this out.
Can't hang around forever, miner. These bugs aren't your friends.
Big potency. High explosive reloads.
Got it right between the eyes.
Let's get a couple levels on that since it does fit with kinetic and explosive.
Can't hang around forever, miner. These bugs aren't your friends.
Think you can kill me? Think again.
Oh yeah, one other thing I forgot to mention about this build is that the high explosive grenade got some pretty significant buffs in the patch. It got a moderate increase to the reload speed and a pretty good increase to the explosion radius as well. So it should actually be pretty solid now.
All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod
Of course, it's a key component of mining with grenades. I do want both of these, but I could really use some pickup radius right now.
I'll take this one. I can't get enough of this rare stuff.
stage completed. Onwards to stage 3.
Luck, big reload speed. I might want paint jobs on this actually in case we see the turbo encabulator again.
Show me more.
That could give me a lot of reload speed.
Hell yeah.
Grab a bit more mining
Take this one. Might as well.
in case we don't hit the terrain damage on the high explosive grenade.
Look at this gun. Gotta look.
Potency.
Whole life better. Super eliminated.
Big swoon detected. Lock up and get ready.
Gotta have it.
There's a supply pod prep for you when PLZ clear.
If anyone does know the exact mechanics on the tape some nails overclock, hit me up with a comment on that. If the things that I said are correct, it dealing 100% of the base damage and not seeming to scale with kinetic. Does it scale with the damage of the grenade's type then, I wonder? Like here, would acid damage increase it if I had a way to get that?
Just the upgrade I was looking for.
Encabulator? It's kind of risky, but I do want it. It's pretty cool.
Prepare to fight for your life.
But my mining speed is going to suffer, so hopefully I get the mining for the high explosive, and hopefully I find the weapon box later on to add even more overclocks to that. Let's go a bit more armor, just in case.
The swarm's heading your way. Load up.
Never been better.
I guess? Since I'll eventually want the overclock sun, that might help out a little bit right now.
Well done. You got them all.
Suck on this, you freak of nature.
Paint job when it's level 17. Nope.
Baby.
So here we go. Hallucinogenic. This was supposed to be buffed in the patch to actually work, and I think they increased the duration on it as well. I see some Praetorians running over there. And Praetorians are actually immune to some CC like knockbacks normally as well, so that's kind of cool.
Running out of bugs. More are on the way.
Potency, reload, we need some levels on that pretty badly.
They're everywhere. Move out, miners.
Please throw some grenades at him. Not quite.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is arriving.
Let's go throwable reload.
Hang around.
I sold though if I can go over there. It's getting kind of hard to see with the numbers. Let's turn them off for now since this might take some precision to grab the magnet and get out if I can. I guess I'll take a purple for it.
Yourself onto that drop pod. It's about to head out.
Potency, sure. Reload into an overclock, and we got the terrain damage. No triple even available. If I wanted it, overclock there. Let's have them seek out enemies, and I guess I will take that here.
It's my lucky day.
We need some levels for that to get the fear for it still.
That's one for the books. Taking you to stage 4, miner.
Reload, high explosive.
Gonna roll the dice on this one.
Reload, pick up.
Next.
Take a paint job for that. Grab some fire rate reload, some nice reload for that. And check for a few more gold upgrades. I do have the drone increasing crit chance a little bit with some electrical stacks as well.
I knew today was gonna be.
You've got work to do and quotas to meet. You have your objectives.
Oh yeah, and one unlisted change in the patch is that the high explosive grenade doesn't seem to throw unless there are enemies nearby now. So it's actually quite a bit worse at mining when you don't have anything nearby. But on the bright side, you can also see a little bit better since it really obstructs your vision later on.
Fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
I guess we'll take a bit. I don't know if it will be very good, since the neurotoxin is also shifted pretty heavily to the hit damage with the nails overclock.
Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly. The scavengers lit up a Christmas tree. They got a swarm incoming.
Let's go some decent reload on that. It's not too bad here. We are almost out of rerolls, so I guess we have to take the mocap here. It's honestly not a bad artifact, it's just not very interesting. I see you maybe have the pretzel as well, so you can try to stay at low life to be super powerful. But it does give a decent damage increase.
Exemplary work. We've achieved the objective in record time.
Another high explosive. Need to head up for that magnet, they're actually getting pretty low.
Objective completed, miner. Get to the drop pod before it heads back to orbit.
Let's go with some potency, some armor, potency, big mining speed. I could use a bit of that. More potency.
Get yourself onto that drop pod. It's about to head out. Excellent work, miner. Stage complete. Onwards to stage 5.
Big reload, some luck, lifetime. Probably pass on that. I'll grab a bit of HP.
What else?
That's kind of wasted. Some global damage. Not really finding much reload or explosion radius. That'll finish that off, and we can grab the hallucinogenic for that to see what it's really capable of. Bit more mining since I'm constantly reducing that with my overclocks.
This is it. Destroy the cocoons and take out the dreadnought. Good luck, miner.
You're cute.
fear doesn't feel super impactful. Maybe it's because it's kind of hard to notice. Like, there doesn't seem to be any sort of animation or graphic on the bugs as they're running away. They're just kind of slowly moving. Like, that guy's running. You can't really see anything on him though. Maybe they just need to add a cool graphic to it. Or maybe that would just make things even harder to see in the game.
Objective completed. Your supply pod prep for here.
Welcome to life. Get crushed, bro. I really want both of these. We're still fairly early in, so I think I'm gonna take the nitro scanner, but I hope I see the multi-tool later, since I love grabbing that for a ton of reload. Oh, that elite's running away, so decent value there. Getting a lot of magnets this run, so that's helpful with my tiny pickup radius.
Precious minerals. It will get you.
Bit of more pickup. Roly-polies are kind of cutting me off over there. Big lifetime, sure. I think my best damage here is probably pulling them through a bunch of the poison clouds. If I chase the range guy, then he's just going to keep running, and I'm not sure I can really consistently damage him with these weapons. But if they're chasing me, a decent number of the explosions should land, and they should be running through the poison clouds constantly as well. I can maybe angle them through some detonators here, that would be helpful. We do still want the overclocks for that. Oh! Ow. My AoE clear is not great right now, we don't really have a lot of explosion radius. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna go for the magnet to try and play it safe, try and get a bit more healing here. Actually, those red sugar are probably fine for now.
Dreadnought wiped out. Good work, team. Objective completed. Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get them now. It will leave without you.
Red sugar.
big reload, some more reload, and some more. I'll grab a bit more damage just to make sure we have enough for the bosses and all. Paint job.
Like me. More options.
Some XP. Bit more damage.
What else we got?
Some lifetime and mining. Man, I don't think I've seen any explosion radius yet.
Mission. Get it done, miner.
That's overclock, so yeah. It's like the main stat I want here.
Can't believe how green I was. You fuck me then.
He even had the early gold scanner for more rerolls.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching. We got supplies ready for you. Clear the landing zone for obstacles, please.
More XP. Yeah, the Praetorians actually do seem to be getting feared fairly often. Let's go for some more reload here.
The scavengers lit up like a Christmas tree. They got a swarm incoming. Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly.
Beat your maker, Craig. Still much better. Don't want some more. They don't have the pay.
Objective completed, miner.
Trying to make sure I can complete the quest real quick. Paint job, that's helpful for overclock, so we can grab the triple for that. I don't know that I can really get much of the XP here since I'm a bit far away and have tiny pickup radius.
Drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner.
My magnet luck has run out, unfortunately.
Never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer in the house when we make it back. If you make it back.
Paint job.
Order, but looks fancy.
Grab the +1 drones for that.
This bugs
Paint job
feels
for
like a
that.
brand new
Some
gun.
nice reload there.
Nope. Try again.
Some movement. Potency's not bad, but that's pretty expensive when I'm mainly just trying to get the overclocks on it.
Legendary. It's my lucky day. Show me more.
Man, I am not seeing any explosion radius. Is it bugged, or am I missing it?
I'm raring to try. Nope. Try again.
Guess a bit more potency,
Nope. Try again.
and some more potency.
Upgrade. That's a no-brainer.
Am I missing the explosion radius?
Miner, fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
My grenades are so small. just said that. We'll take some more damage for that. It is my highest level by far right now.
Big swarm detected. Log on and get ready.
I don't have the coupon, so those are regular value. But we need some explosion radius.
We got supplies ready for you. Clear the landing zone of obstacles, please.
Decent explosive damage. I guess we take a bit of crit chance here.
I'm raring to try this out.
Double hoarder level. I guess legendary damage is like 77 gold or something. It's pretty good.
Get to the drop pod before it heads back to orbit.
I need 2 more mushrooms, and that seems kind of unlikely. I don't see any on the minimap. There is one right next to it, actually. So I need 1 more. And I can barely do it, I think.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a
Good
field
place
in
for
the house.
the land. Let's grab the level here. Still need quite a few for that. Paint job? Nope. I'm just gonna finish it with that.
Take this one.
Grab the
Overclock
Kembo.
says it's time to kill. What else?
Reload
Can't get
speed.
enough of this
Some more
rare
neurotoxin upgrades.
Nope. Try again.
Some mining.
Upgrade. That's a no-brainer.
Bit more damage.
Let me try again.
Potency. Reload speed. More neurotoxin.
Sweet. More options.
Reload.
Next.
Luck.
Sure. Why not?
I don't think I really want to spend that much nitro on it.
I rarely. What else we got?
I feel like explosion radius is bugged here. We can get some reload for those two.
There, dwarf.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
You want something done right? Gotta do it yourself.
detonator's running a little bit there. That's actually pretty helpful, to be honest. More potency. I don't know if it feels like a level 18 unstable overclock, but it's not terrible now. So this is what I saved the rerolls for. Pickled Nitra, pretty good damage. I suppose we should. They are dying pretty fast now, though. A bit more mining. More neuro upgrades, reload speed,
I'm feeling lucky.
movement, neuro,
Next.
more neuro.
Can't get enough of this rare stuff. Next.
Out of Nitra, reload speed, some global damage,
Gotta roll the dice on this one.
big reload, and some more reload.
Not.
This is a simple mining mission. Get it done, miner.
And absolutely zero explosion radius. Sure. Make the poison clouds a bit longer.
Swing is heading your way. Load up.
Squinties. I have decent crit, and also they're not great with status effects, but the scanner will scale up both the powder and the pickled nitra in decent amounts with no downside other than moving slower. But those will both give a ton of damage with that. Or neurotoxin. Uh-oh, I'm getting pretty slow. Let's try and avoid that chunk of nitra right there so I don't die. Unless I explode it right at the end. But the high explosives. Neurotoxin, reload,
Next,
more neuro, some pickup,
let's shake it up.
lifetime, neuro, paint job.
That's my favorite color. What else?
Let's go ahead and finish that off with a bit of
Yeah,
potency.
now we're talking.
Don't have any other constructs. The reload speed isn't very good, so it's mostly just 20% damage. Oh well.
This one almost makes it too easy. Next.
Neuro.
Yeah, now we're talking. Nope. Try again.
Man, there's just 0 status damage, huh?
Show me more.
I mean, not status damage, explosion radius.
Need it.
Or reload.
Don't mind if I do.
There was plenty of status damage, I just didn't really want it that much.
And watch out for elites. Keep your cool. You will make it out just fine.
Decent crit damage. I just feel like the unstable overclocks for some of the explosive weapons could use a bit of a buff so that they actually feel like unstable overclocks. For the fear, you could add a decent amount of lasting duration or some status damage or something onto it so that they stick around longer and deal some extra damage on top of that. The 15-second cooldown on the cast the grenades when you take damage just feels a bit too long. It is pretty cool when it triggers. I don't know, maybe some sort of bonus for taking damage when they're on cooldown. Like the cooldown will come a bit faster. Maybe a little bit of damage reduction to help out with using those. Chemist is okay. We do have 2 pretty good debuffs with both acid and electrical. Do I have any gold scaling? No. I could kind of use some movement speed, to be honest. Or some big damage for that. Let's see, my movement is minus 23. If I go much lower, I don't know if I can avoid the boss. I'm not even sure if I can right now. Let's avoid the nitra up there. Try to keep a lot of distance if possible. Because I am very slow. But also very damaging.
Objective completed. Well done. Objective completed. The drop pod has arrived. Get them now. It will leave without you.
Fear my tiny grenades. Looks like 14 to 17,000 on the acid. I didn't see what the nails are doing there for the acid explosion itself. 1,300 acid ticks. Pretty high damage with 2 nitra scanners scaling up both the powder and the pickled nitra. Decent finish with the chemist kit since we did scale up quite a bit of potency on the neurotoxin, and it was very high level at level 42. got the encabulator, but no weapon box to go with it, but still some decent reload and damage. Over 1000% at the end, but we were getting pretty slow, so I had to lay off of the nitra a bit at the end. So all of the kinetic would be these two and the nails. So we had about 68 million. So we had about 9 million from the nails. So that might not be that great on the neurotoxin grenade, but it was fantastic on the plasma burster when I tried that a while ago. So I said 8 million, so that means we had about 28 million acid damage over time, I think, after you remove the nails and then the base weapon damage. That's not bad considering I passed on almost all of the status effect damage, but we did go potency for extra stacks on top of that. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.